Is we are back. We are back for a fun-filled lesson. Now we're going to talk about our Excel sheets, sales trackers, budgets. Excel is a powerful tool. Office 365 is $65 a year, and it is so worth it. Although now that I'm diving more into the QuickBooks, I think a lot of this can be utilized on QuickBooks. You'll want to double check into that. But in the meantime, it's never bad to have a hard copy of an Excel sheet. Let me show you a little bit more about what I mean. So, oh, there we go. Let's first jump into what's the most important one. Okay, something that I want you guys to be aware of. Showing time is not available in my area. So this is our version of showing time done by my admin. If you don't know what showing time is, you're going to know about it because although we don't utilize it, I know for a fact if it was offered in my area, I would use it 100% because it saves so much time. It basically gets rid of this Excel spreadsheet and you pay 30 bucks a month for it, and third parties handle all the showings scheduled. Again, there's better ways to do. Sometimes what you see on my screen, this is just what works for us. So showing tracker every month, all of our listings that get shown, what the address was, what the date was, what time it was shown, what the feedback was, which agent showed it, and then over here, create yourself a legend on what's going on. Very powerful, especially when you're using it as a negotiation techniques to get price reductions. How many times is it shown? Well, hey seller, here's how many times it was actually shown. Here's what the buyer said about it, and here's the agent that showed it. Anything else you'd like to know? Just looks more professional on everybody's standpoint. Showing tracker. If you don't have showing time available in your area, utilize this. We're going to talk about showing time later because I know a lot of people that use it, and I know how to use it very well. Just don't link with our MLS, so it sucks. Okay, let's get out of the showing tracker. Let's show you LNS production. This is what we call our listing and sales production. Basically, it's the same thing as the whiteboard at your office that tracks your listings. It tracks your sales. It tracks everything, but we have our admin maintaining this now. But I love it because everything I write on my board at home that you probably see in the screen somewhere. Where are you? You're not anywhere. I can't see you, but you can see me. That's fine. That is on our boards that you can see in behind. One is just kind of like a long to-do list, and the other one tracks our listing and sales over here on the other side. There you are. Let's see if we can still have this over here. There we go. Every month it tracks how many listings we brought in, how much it was, and then simple as that. The sales every month, how many sales, but how many sides. If we double-sided it, it's 2. So we represent dual agency in Pennsylvania. So if we represent the buyer and the seller, that's 2 sides, not just 1. So this just tells us in January we did just under $1 million in sales. And we took in 5 new listings. And then under contract is green obviously has closed. Red would be fell through, clear to close, and this gets updated, extended. So all of these that we took, these are our listings that were under contract, and this is our co-brokes that were under contract for the month of January. February goes on. We listed almost $2 million worth of business in an average sale price town where I live in 129.5. That's incredible. That's crazy. And that's what the power of these systems are going to do just for you. And the sides, we did 4 sales, but 7 of them, 2 of them are double-sided. How do we double-side it? We're on Facebook. We're all over the place. People know us as real estate agents, so they call us first. They don't call the listing agents. Sometimes it's us. It's something you want to, you'll be in there like swimwear. That was weird. Anyway, under contract, LNS production, you can call it the same as what I call it. I don't really necessarily need to link a template for this. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just need to create it. Start it in January if you need to. Make this one of those things. Well, for one, it helps you with negotiation tactics with your current broker because you go in there and you say, oh, no, buddy, this is what I did. This is the value I brought to you this month. You get to basically put all the numbers out there so nothing's hidden. And you never want to trust a brokerage to keep track of all your numbers anyhow, because you just never know. Keep track of your stuff and create something like this. Call it the LNS production if you want, listing and sales. And then also for growth at the end of the year, you compare what you've actually done. So what I'm basically saying is track everything. So we will get rid of that. LNS production, you're going to want it, and then you can have year to year. That was last year, this was this year. We're going to compare, we're going to see our growth, we're going to do all that. Daily to-do list was taken away because we got LionDesk. We don't need a daily to-do list anymore. That was super old school. We have LionDesk now where we put our to-do list and tasks in. Showing tracker I showed you. Buyer's tracker we don't really use anymore because of LionDesk. Budget, let's pull the budget up. And you save it. This is important. This is your profit and loss statement. I have basically this website right here. I'll link that in there. You go to this, you download this whole thing, and then you plug in your numbers. Here's an example of mine. This is this year. This is no joke. These are the numbers. This tells you the gross commission income every month. And then I recently just started adding what closings we had that month with the comments. So your comments are up there. Williams, Moore, Northwood, and this is just the streets that closed, so I just keep track of it. I'll go back and do that before the end of the year. This tells you the percentage spent. How do we get that? Well, one, I'm paying my buyer's agent 20% of every closing that I have. So she gets 20% of this number every month, no matter what it is. My administrative assistant is getting paid a flat rate, and this is what she's making every month. So what this percent spent means, we take this, minus this, we get this remaining, and that gives us a percentage of what we spent. So as you can tell, when you have those $25,000 months with 7, 8, 9 closings, this one I think was, our 32,000, that was our highest month. We did, I think, 12 closings in 1 month. So that was a pretty big deal. But yeah, that's where you're going to get your percentage spent. Look at that. I spent under 20% of what I actually made. That was big. We profited $17,000 that month. What I'm saying is you're going to want to know what's going on here. You're going to want to know what type it is, whether it's personal or business. You're going to want a description here of what it is, website, developer maintenance, Facebook ads, how much are you spending a month. Just so you know, I started out with 100. Now we're doing upwards of $300 to $500 a month on Facebook ads because it works so well. That's something I'll talk about in the later. Your cell phone, your CRM, your car payment, GoDaddy, an assistant, what you're paying her. You want everything that's going out of your account in here. Now, also I found out QuickBooks does this basically same thing. I like it, but this is the way that I like it because it's an Excel spreadsheet. I'm better with Excel. I know it better, and I can keep track of everything. Look at this. Everything that comes out of my bank account or some sort of it is in here. And why do I like that? Because I know exactly where my money's going, where it's going. I know where to invest it. This budget is very important. And like I said, you get the same template that I did for free at this link right here, which I'll include in the slides. Track everything, guys. You need to track everything. Sales tracking. Let's get right into this. This is from the years I progressed. 2016, 2017, and all I did was create new tabs. All you got to do is create new, or use this. Like, for instance, this will be 2019 for next year. And it's one Excel spreadsheet. Double-sided transactions get highlighted. Here's what I do with mine. You got the subject property, you got the sale price, you got the GCI that you bring in, you got the listing commission, rentals if you deal with those, sales commission. Why do I keep track of those separate? Big question, right? Why? Because I want to know what I'm making on the listing side and the selling side. Let me show you what. It's a pretty big fucking difference, brother. $167,000 on the listing side that I've made from listing commissions, and from co-brokes, I've made 60. That's listing agent lifestyle, brother. That's what we're going to get you guys to. And sister, brother, sister, whatever. Sales commission, paid to broker, very important to pay attention to. Look at this number start adding up down here in the bottom right-hand corner, right? Keeps track of everything, and it's all formulas. Whatever your split is, that's what you pay to him. Then you can start being cognizant of what you can start being conscious of what you're paying your broker every month, year. Helps out with splits. Agent involved. If it was me, yes, I'm a dual agent. If it wasn't, I'm not. This is the agent involved. Why do I keep track of this? Because at the end of the year, I know who I do the most business with, and I know who to send the gift cards to, or I know who to take out for dinner because I like working with them. What loan type it was. Lender involved. What lenders are we working with a lot? What attorneys are involved? What attorneys are we working with? What inspectors are involved? How they heard of me. Very important to keep track of, especially in the CRM. Client name, and was the review on Zillow written? If it says N, they get emails weekly. So that is the sales tracker, and that all these is what you're going to want to keep track of, and more. Anything else you want to keep track of. This just basically tells me how my year went, who my clients were. This really helps out with like Christmas time. I know exactly all my closings this month or this year. I can send them mailers. You got to have a sales tracker, guys. You need to know where your money's going. Do not trust the brokerage to do that for you, because yeah, they're good. Like my broker is awesome with it, right? They send me GCI reports. Great. I love it. With me, I just like to keep track of that stuff myself so I know exactly where I'm at for the year. What else can I show you? I'm having fun. I think that's the majority of Excel. Most of it's transferred to the CRM. Yeah. Most of it's transferred to the CRM. So that's what we have left in Excel, and they're very important. I would be lost without every single one of them. And hopefully that helps you out. What else are we talking about? Picasa photo editor. Why don't we talk about Gmail organization, and then we'll get into Picasa photo editor. I like Picasa because it's free. As you can see, I have Photoshop down here. I don't get too crazy in that. I like Picasa photo editor because it's free. You can Google it, Picasa photo editor. You download it for free, and that's literally the secret to my pictures looking so nice. All I do is upload them from my photos, because I take them all from my iPhone X. No photographer. This is a 4K freaking camera right there. I download those to my photos, and then when they're from my photos, I import them with the street name to my desktop, and then from the desktop, I import them. Say if I wanted to import from the folder, go to the desktop, import 146 Sharon, and then I import all of them. And you just, if you wanted to import those, choose. And then boom, you select all. So you're acquiring 29 files. You're going to name the folder title the name of the street. And then boom, import selected. We're going to cancel because they're already imported. And then once you get in here, you do three things. They're going to show up. This would say 146 Sharon. You're going to click it. And by the way, it brings up the whole thing. So this is a new house. I'm doing three things here. These are already done, just so you know, but I'm feeling lucky. I'm auto contrasting. I'm auto coloring. I don't know what the heck I'm doing kind of thing. And then I'm filling light. My whole goal is just to make them bright. Move on, right arrow to the next picture. Boom, boom, boom. Again, time efficient, effective, make your pictures look good. It's a free photo editor. It's called Picasa. Google it, download it, do exactly what I just did. Take them with your phone, import them to your desktop, take them to your desktop to Picasa. Once they're in Picasa, you do the I'm feeling lucky, auto contrast, whatever the last one is, and then fill the light to make sure they look nice and bright. And then you take them here, and then you export into that same folder. In this case, it would be 146 Sharon. You're going to double click it, and you're going to name it MLS Pics, and then choose, or you're going to basically save it as MLS Pics Export. Now where are they? You click on Sharon, MLS Pics, boom, Control A, or select all of them, drag them and drop them into your MLS after they're edited. That is Picasso Photo Editor, and I love it. It's free, and I'm keeping so much money at the end of the year because all these systems I'm using are free. It's great. All right, hope you liked it. Let's hit Gmail organization and finish up basically lesson 2.1 after this.